Previously on Taverns and Caverns, after having to defeat the illusions of old enemies, we were able to embrace a moment of peace on the 5th floor of the pagoda. Surrounded by the statues of the Omnikami and earthly sky dragons, it provided a sense of tranquility and reassurance. We have been blessed by the spirits, which is a sign that they wish for us to continue on our path. When we stopped onto the 6th floor, we found Zaba standing next to an enormous transformed Yaksha. We now prepare for battle. However, Yome noticed something that the others did not. Inside the body of the Yaksha, it was our old friend Wedge. It pains me to know this, but I'm afraid of what Ashina Ruri will think. I don't think she has seen what Yome has.
Omug, enough with the inner monologue or whatever you're doing. A Yaksha stands before us. Prepare your blade and help us strike it down.
Forgive me, I was in deep thought. Allow us to strike our foes down so that our allies may rest in peace. Episode 109, A Friend's Plea.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Taverns and Caverns Season 2, everyone. This is your Dungeon Master, HaphazardDM. And last time on TNC, the party had reached the 6th floor of the pagoda in the Amiwa ruins in search of the one Koldarian soldier by the name of Zaba. They eventually found Zaba on the 6th floor. However, before being able to capture him, he ran off to the 7th floor, leaving behind a fairly large Yaksha standing before the party. And if you all remember, Yome did make a high perception roll when we ended the last session, and she happened to notice that when the creature or the Yaksha closed its large gaping mouth that hangs down mid-gut of this creature's body, she happened to see a familiar face inside the ribs of the Yaksha. And that familiar face looked exactly like the party's fallen friend, Wedge Bruthane, who was the dwarf that fought alongside the party last time they were in the Amiwa ruins. So obviously, the Koldarians have transformed him into this creature, this Yaksha. Unfortunately, no one else seems to know that it is Wedge except for Yeoman. I believe Houta might have found out too. I think Houta might have saw as well, but I can't remember. But we left off with the Yaksha stepping forward towards the party, preparing to attack them. And as the Yaksha was stepping forward, I did describe that with each step, the wooden flooring beneath him was decaying. And he was basically absorbing any moisture that he was touching, which is definitely throwing red flags of possibly wanting to avoid him at any cost, because he might try and drain you. And we have already rolled our initiatives for everyone, so the turn order is going to go as this. Houta is first, followed by Stella, Ashina Ruri, Omug, Yome, Roroi, and then Yaksha Wedge. Now, before we get started, though, I do want to remind everyone, we spoke about this towards the end of the last episode, that we will be wrapping Season 2 up here fairly soon, because we will be going back to the stories of Cat and Co. with what's happening in Tirister. So, listeners, we have been... What's been now? We started Season 2 last, I want to say, July was when the first episode came out. So we have been in Season 2 for about a year and a half now. So I know a lot is going on in Season 2, but we will return to Season 2's characters in the near future. But just want our audience to know that Season 2 is coming to an end soon, because there is a lot more happening in the world of Tirister. And we need to revisit some old faces and friends that have not seen the camera in quite some time. So, with that being said, let us get started with the session. So, Houta Liu-bei, you have the initial round. You're starting it off. Are you attempting to get any closer to this Yaksha? Again, he is large, so he is about the same size as Omug. And he has his ribs sticking out of his body. His down the center of his chest is ripped open, and you can see the ribs are now like spikes as his long, lanky legs and arms have these tendril-like toes and fingers hanging off of him. And that large, gaping mouth is currently open again, covering ribs. So you do not see Wedge's face at the moment, but he has these fangs and these glaring red eyes, and he's just dripping wet from draining the moisture out of the wood beneath him. What are you doing?
Yuck. I mean, technically, I'm going to get closer, but first things, only Yome saw Houta rolled a 7 on perception last.
Okay, so yeah, it was only Yome then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Houta is going to dip forward close to Omug and drop to a knee with his crossbow. It's going to take aim and fire.
Okay, so make me that attack roll with your
Yep.
crossbow. Oh!
Oh, yeah.
That's a crit right off bat. 28 total. Go ahead and roll that crit damage for me, Rob.
Yep.
Oh! Max damage on that, too. So you had rolled 2d6s, and both are 6 for 12 points of damage to this towering Yaksha. As your bolt flies through the room, you can see it penetrates the hairy body of this Yaksha. And as it does so, the tip of your bolt goes through the thick hair and pierces the skin, drawing some blood. The Yaksha doesn't seem to really notice or care at this point.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And that bolt, which most likely is made out of wood, as it does pierce this creature, make me a perception check.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, all right. An 8. Unfortunately, with it being so hairy, the bolt is covered mostly by the hair. You do not see this. However, I will describe what happens. As the wooden bolt pierces Wedge, it being covered mostly by the long hair of its body, so you're unable to see it, but that wooden bolt begins to shrivel as the body absorbs any moisture from that wood, decaying it.
Oh, God.
Do you do anything else, Houta?
I didn't see that, did I?
You did not. You did not. Not with an 8.
Oh, nope. That's it.
Okay. All right, Stella. It is now your turn.
What is that thing? It's disgusting. I don't like it.
Okay. Wait, did we rest?
You had not a full rest, but you were healed and you got half your spells back last session because of the room. The prior room that you were in was the peaceful room with all of the Omnikami statues. If you remember, they healed you a certain amount and you also got half your spells back.
That's right, that's right. Okay, then yeah, that's good.
I got the moves like Jack there's no one better. When I cast this cloud of daggers, your brains will splatter.
And I'm gonna cast that at only 2nd level. I'm gonna put it right on top of them.
Cloud of Daggers. All right. So I will go ahead and draw a Cloud of Daggers on top of Wedge. So the Cloud of Daggers, you see the magical daggers begin to appear, and because they are on top of his location, he will be taking damage as soon as he enters the stuff for the first time. So on his turn, he will be taking that damage.
Okay, and I'm also going to move just a little bit. Now, what is this thing here? Are these like statues?
Yes, those are just samurai armor, like display.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
not like statues, just think of like wooden shelves with displayed armor on them.
Yeah, but they're bigger than me.
Yeah,
So-
they're medium sized, yeah.
But
So
they can conceal me as I just stand here behind it, kind of.
You can get like I would say I would say you'd get like 1/3 cover.
Good enough for me. All right. let's see. I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration die off Reddit to what's your name? Roroi Royce, because we never know how Roy's fights are gonna go.
Nope.
So they could heal you.
God damn.
Oh wait, no, I didn't get that back.
Wow.
I think those heal in a long rest. What? I'm just listen, I'm basing this off experience.
All right, so if he's getting the bardic inspiration, I'll give Roy a little green circle. So
Oh wait, I think they all come back after a short rest. That's like you use this feature. Oh, when you finish a long rest. I could have swore there was something though that allowed me to get it back faster.
Are you talking about
beginning when you reach 5th level, you regain all of your expended uses of bardic inspiration when you finish a short or long rest, and that's font of inspiration.
Okay,
Okay.
there you go. So Roy, that green icon on you, actually I'll make it blue. It's gonna mean you have your bardic inspiration. You feel inspired.
All right.
Now don't fuck up.
Way to put the pressure on me.
Love you.
All right. It's Ashina's turn. She is going to rush past Omug. 6. And unfortunately, she cannot reach Wedge, and she doesn't know it's him yet, but she has her katana drawn, and she has her chain ready on her shoulder. So that's really all she can do. She can't attack it with the chain. She only has a 10-foot reach with that. So it's now Omug's turn. And Omug is going to run forward as well. 2, 3, 4. He can reach the Yaksha. He does not know it's Wedge either. So he takes his glaive and he is going to swing violently at this Yaksha. And you just see this ogre rush forward with his glaive swinging hard. And let's make 2 attacks because he gets 2. He is a fighter. And that is a 15 and a 16. Both will, well, let me make sure. Both will hit. So let's roll that damage for 16 plus 13, total of 29 damage. And you just see Omug, he swings. Omug will kill Yaksha. Disgusting. I'll reduce that damage or HP by 29. All right. So with that, it is Yome's turn. What is Yome going to do now?
Yome is going to move. I think I can move right above Ashina. Yes. And she's going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
So that's a 15-foot radius. So it's
Okay.
still hit. It's whenever it enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay, so just like Cloud of Daggers. So it's a 15-foot aura. I'll just give you an icon to remind me that you have an aura right now, because it's basically like an aura spell. So I'll just
Well,
put
I have
this
a
little
green icon. I don't know what that means.
I'll take that off because I don't know what that is either. So you have a little heart icon that just means you have an aura around you. So he will take damage when his turn starts, because he's starting in that area, just like the Cloud of Daggers. So he'll be taking already 2 types of damage as soon as his turn starts. Anything?
And then she's gonna turn to Ashina and she's just gonna look at her and go, "It's Wedge."
Damn.
Damn! What
She's
as
gonna
fuck?
get pissed. She's gonna get pissed. She's gonna go crazy.
What if she
Yeah, you
slashed you like fucking liar?
Why'd you say like a Netflix season finale, man?
Right.
That's
It's Wedge,
what-
roll credits. Oh my god.
Oh my god. She looks at you and briefly she has her helmet on still. She has her and she just looks at you through her mask. What did you say? What are you talking about, Wedge?
He's like inside the chest, right?
Yes. Basically his face is inside that chest.
Yeah, I just saw his face. It's not like
You didn't see like his full body or anything, just his face.
Okay.
Like he's been absorbed by this thing.
I mean, I tell her that. I don't know how I would tell her that, but I saw his fucking face in there.
I saw his fucking face. Ashina just narrows her eyes at you. She is in disbelief. Yome, the sight of this Yaksha being
brother.
back here at the Mule Ruins has you seeing things. There's no way that's Wedge. Move. I'll figure this out myself.
Damn.
Damn, she said you're drunk. You're seeing things.
Hmm.
I mean, she hasn't seen it yet, and she just sees this giant Yaksha. So, considering you guys are right next to Omug, Omug's ears perk. What? Yome, what are you talking about? I don't know if this is the discussion to have while we are standing in front of Yaksha.
It's got a point.
I want you to know who you're attacking. You know what I'm saying?
You could have told Omug before I cut him and two-pieced it.
I mean, we don't really think there's a way to save him, right? Like, there's no way to.
I mean,
if,
yeah,
if
not.
it's just his face,
I mean, not that you know.
he's having
of.
a bad day.
Roroi is in disbelief right now, just because she hasn't seen it yet, and she's already all sorts of filled with rage and wanting vengeance. So she is wanting to see what you're talking about. She just hasn't seen it yet. So
I just wondered if she'd turn into a berserker class or something. You know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, we don't know yet. I mean, if she finds out it's Wedge, maybe.
She's about to go Super Saiyan.
I don't know if we want that.
No.
Because for her to become Super Saiyan, we might have to do so. We might have to treat someone as Krillin.
Not it.
Go kill!
No, Roy.
Roy.
It is Roy's turn after all. If there's anything else Yome is doing, do you have a bonus action or anything, Yome?
Nope.
All right. Well, you kind of have Omug and Ashina confused at this current moment as they're standing there with you. They're both now wanting to see what you saw. You mentioned the face being in the chest. Obviously, they can't see it because the mouth on this creature is just hanging down midway of the gut, so it's covering the face on the chest. Roroi, what are you doing?
All right. Roroi, first thing he's going to do is going to use a bonus action and cast Expeditious
Retreat?
Retreat.
Retreat? Okay.
Yeah. Since now he can move, take the dash action now. He will move to the right of the Yaksha, because I don't want to call him Wedge.
Okay. All right.
Under that statue. And
All right, so you're right next to the armor. All right.
Then he's going to cast Thunderwave.
So go ahead and make me that. Be careful. Thunderwave, if I remember, can harm your allies. If I remember correctly for that spell. Because isn't it just a radius?
That is 15-foot cube.
Okay. Well, you can cast it further from everyone and just on him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
So he has to make a what? Constitution saving throw or something?
That is, yes, a con save.
All right. Make that roll. He has a total. Oh, he's got a total of an 18.
Oh, no.
So he needed a 15 or higher. So does that mean he takes half damage then? On a fail save, on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and is not pushed.
Okay.
So he will take half damage. You rolled 6 thunder damage, so he'll take 3 thunder damage. You just see your thunder wave go off, and as you, I'm assuming you're casting it behind him because you don't want to hurt your allies.
Yeah.
You notice that the thunder wave, it rocks the door that's shut behind Wedge, as well as the armor next to him on the western side of the room, where I'm pinging, also is hit by this thunder wave, and that armor goes flying off of the shelf or the stand that it is placed on. Anything else, Roroi? Because it is going to be his turn here next.
Nope. That's
So
all he can do.
All right.
So he wasn't pushed or anything?
No, because he succeeded on his.
Okay.
He succeeded the saving throw, so he only takes half damage. He does not get pushed.
It's too wet and heavy.
Yep. You just see his hair flopping in the wind after the thunder, and the water is just dripping back towards the party because the thunder wave was cast behind him.
It's bad because I can picture it.
Think of like a giant, fat, wet dog just shaking its body after it got a bath.
Oh no.
This is worse though because it's not cute.
No.
Definitely not.
All right, it's his turn. So I'm gonna have to roll some damage here, or I should say, Bri, roll me some
Damage?
damage. Yeah, because he's taking damage
Oh,
from
I thought you were talking about
the cloud of
Wedge.
daggers.
Oh, it's 10 slashing.
10 slashing damage to him. All
Unless
right.
I gotta roll it again, but that's what it said. when I first-
Okay, no, we'll go with what it already rolled. So 10 slashing damage because he starts his turn in the cloud of daggers. And then Yome, did you have damage rolled or?
Not yet. He
Okay.
has to roll a wisdom
Oh,
saving
that's
throw.
right. Okay. I rolled a total of 12. I'm assuming that's a failure.
That is. So he takes the full 12.
Oh, nice. So he'll take that is going to be radiant damage, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. So he'll take the radiant damage of 12 as well as this Yaksha's taking these hits. You just hear this gurgling. Not really speaking or hissing like most of the Yaksha you've come across. Somewhat different than many of the other Yaksha. But you do know that this one is an experimented one, just the way it looks. Because most Yaksha, again, are corrupted versions of animals or people. But in this case, this is definitely some kind of experimental Yaksha. At least that would be your opinion because you've never seen Yaksha that looked like this before. And he doesn't look like an animal. So it's definitely something you've never seen. But he's taking that damage. It's now its turn. Yaksha Wedge quickly raises both of its lanky arms. And as it does this, you see these auras of green energy form from both of its hands. And as it does that, it casts magic. When that magic is casted, I need Stella and Houta to make me perception checks.
Oh, Jesus. The fact that he is casting.
Right.
Why am I rolling so low perception? I got cataracts.
All right, so Houta with a 7 and Stella with a 13. Unfortunately, both of you do not see this.
Oh.
Oof.
So, as this magic is casted, basically, what's about to attack you will have advantage because you both did not see what it just did. As you see him cast this, whatever it is, you both notice movement right next to you. Those two samurai armors that are standing next to each one of you, they become animated.
Oh, no.
Oh, great.
Ryan said, yeah, you can stand right by that, Stella. No problem.
I'm putting 2 armors on the map to replace them because those samurai armor you see on the map are part of the map and I can't move them. But they become animated. I'll just put them right here. And they both have katanas. And they're both swinging with advantage at both of you. We'll start with Stella. Stella, you just see a swift movement of this blade come rushing towards you and has advantage. So I rolled a total. The first one was a terrible roll. Thank God he has advantage, or it has advantage because I rolled a 1 for the first roll. But the second roll was a total of a 18. Does that hit you?
Yep.
You'll take 1d8 slashing damage plus its strength. That's 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And Houta, it slashes at you with advantage. The first roll is going to be a 16, and the second roll is a 21.
Both hit.
All right. D8 plus its strength, a total of 5 slashing damage.
I'm going to lean back like Neo, use uncanny dodge, and take half of that.
Okay. Half that damage. All right. Perfect. And
how much was it? You said 5?
that was, yeah. So, I'm sorry, 6 damage. 6 damage total.
Yep.
So, after the armor is animated, it now roars out. And when it roars out, it releases what's called a frightful presence. Everyone that can see Wedge has to make me a wisdom saving throw. So everyone, make me a wisdom saving throw.
How did I roll a 9? I got 7.
Oh my god. No matter what, it's always 8.
Rob, you better check them dice.
I wish I knew how.
You better throw that PC in the freezer.
Someone's
Oh
laying my dice
no,
down.
11.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me roll for Omug and Ashina. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. We're 4.
Oh god. Okay. It looks like everyone has failed except for Omug and Stella. What happens is, for those that failed, you are now frightened by the Yaksha. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within sight. A line of sight. If you are frightened, you cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear. So you can't move closer to Wedge. You can only move away from him.
Damn.
All right. Omug and Stella are not affected by this, and you have the opportunity to negate your frightened status at the end. Or I should say at the end of each of your turns. You can roll another Wisdom saving throw to try and basically free yourself from being frightened.
Gotcha.
And as that happens, that's all of its turns, its actions. It bends its knees as if it's preparing to jump. And as it does so, it jumps straight up into the air about a good 20 feet. And when it does, it has a skill called Spider Walk, as we all know what that does. You see its limbs, its toes, its lanky toes and fingers grapple onto the wood above. He is now hanging off the ceiling, looking down at you.
Gross.
Yikes.
So as he's just hanging there, I believe he is now out of range of the cloud of daggers. I'm not sure about the aura, though.
It just says 15-foot radius.
Around you.
Yeah, so yeah, up or down, it doesn't matter. And then the cloud of daggers is a 5-foot cube. So the cloud of daggers won't reach high enough to hit him, but the aura is 15 feet. That potentially can. So
he's in the same spot. He's just on the ceiling.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What if we just don't look at him?
You're still considered afraid.
Rude.
All right, that is the end of the first round, and he lets out this thundering roar once more. Houta, it is now your turn. What are you doing?
Where did you come from? He draws his scimitar, stashing away his hand crossbow. I mean, it's on his hand. Then he's going to slash at it.
All
he
right.
got too close to him.
Too close. Give me my space.
You're just too close.
26 will hit for 10 slashing damage. As you hit the animated armor, you just see parts of the armor is destroyed, but it's still just floating there, trying to kill you.
And we're going to use a cunning action, and we're going to step away from him.
Okay, cunning action will avoid an attack of opportunity.
It says I can't move closer, that's why I move side to side.
Yep, you can do that. Yep. Perfect.
Move closer to Stella.
All right. Anything else? Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Stella, what are you doing?
Stella is going to, I'm going to move. This provokes an opportunity attack, right, if I move?
Yes. So, have you ever wanted to start your own podcast and just had no clue on where to begin? Fear not, for we at Taverns and Caverns are here to help you. Before we began the Taverns and Caverns podcast, we originally had a few members who wanted to learn the game of Dungeons and Dragons. With 3 of the 4 players being new to the game, we decided to make a podcast of it just for fun, and to possibly encourage others to try the game for themselves. Starting a podcast can seem daunting, but we're here to tell you that it can be simple with an all-in-one tool. It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel a sense of zen, knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure you always have your recordings in the highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. If you have thought about podcasting before and realized that you need a lot of different tools and services, those days are now over, my friend. With Zencastr's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create your podcast all in one place and distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use my code TavernsCaverns, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experience as I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. And with that, let us continue our campaign.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay, I will swing. It does not have advantage this time. I really rolled a 12.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to use this counter charm. Something new I have.
Oh.
So at 6th level, you gain the ability to use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. As an action, you can start a performance that lasts until the end of your next turn, and during that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. Creature must be able to hear you to gain the benefit. The performance ends early if you're incapacitated, silenced, or if I voluntarily end it.
Oh. Damn,
So Stella
okay.
just starts rolling and shaking her shoulders like, you just mad because your ass ain't wet. First thing you do is hit in the head, bitch. And she just start rolling. I got this, guys.
All
You'll
right.
never win. You'll never be the real wedge. And she just shaking her shoulders. She hitting that Dougie hard.
Damn.
You're just mad. That's what I should have sang to Wrestler. Mad because your ass is old. First thing you do is pick up the phone. Lethal interjection living next
Yup.
to motherfucking grandpa, old nigga, and son. Money, 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 money.
Oh my god.
All right. So everyone has an advantage now when trying to fight your frightened status. Houta, I forgot to have you roll a wisdom saving throw. At the end of your turn, you can try and get rid of frightened. But because you were before Stella, I'll say you don't have advantage on this roll. But I'll give you that roll because you didn't make it.
Nice.
Nice. An 18. You snap out of being frightened. You're no longer
Awesome.
frightened. Awesome. But going forward, everyone else that is frightened has advantage to break it at the end of your turn. All right. Nice support spell there.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
She's still shaking them shoulders. Finish him! I know it's hard, Ashina, but you gotta do it for the greater good. And she's shaking her titties. Please.
Almost frightened, he turns around and sees Stella. What is going on?
She's shaking it. Eyes on the prize, oh my.
I'm just seeing Charlie Brown dancing. You know how he dances with that?
Wait.
You know how he does the shoulders? He's rolling his shoulders and going back. That's what I see with Stella right now. All right. Any bonus? Was that a action? Any bonus?
That was an
actions?
action.
Okay.
Bonus action. Yeah, I'll give a bardic inspiration die to who doesn't have one. I'll give it to Yome.
Okay. So I'll put a little blue bardic
If
inspiration.
she needs a D8 for any reason, she can have it.
Yep. All right. Perfect. It's Ashina's turn. Unfortunately, she is frightened by this beast, and obviously he is on the ceiling, so she can't get to him even if she wanted to. She can only move away. So she looks over her shoulder, and unfortunately, she is going to kind of just give up this annoyed sound, just fine. And she is going to step back towards Stella and Houta. And she swings her katana at the closest animated armor. And she does not have a disadvantage because she's not afraid of this thing. So she will swing and see if she hits with her katana. And she's got 2 attacks. So, both will hit.
Nice.
Second roll. Oh, wait, her strength's not being added to that. Why? 1 second. Well, she has a +4 to that strength, so that's going to be a 12 and a 5. So, ooh. All right, so she does a total of 17 points of damage to the animated armor. You just see more of that armor begin to fall to the ground next to you, Houta, as she swings the katana. And she looks over her shoulder back at Wedge, and she's going to try and break free of the fright, but she has advantage thanks to Stella. So let's go ahead and have her make her wisdom saving throw with advantage. Unfortunately, she cannot break out. She rolled a 14 and a 6. She needs a 15. So what I'll say is this. As she looks up at Wedge trying to break that fear, she notices it closes its mouth slightly, and I'll have her make perception. An 18 perception. She sees the decaying face of Wedge, and you just can see in her eyes that it throws her back. And we'll say this is the reason she can't break the fear. She is kind of stunned at what she's seeing,
Makes sense.
at least for this round. So after she slashes into that animated armor, she looks up and is taken aback, realizing what Yome said is true. She says nothing at this current moment. It is now Omug's turn, and unfortunately, he is in the same boat as Ashina. He cannot move forward, but if he makes an attack, he is at a disadvantage. He can't reach him at the moment, so he'll step back and attack the armor next to you, Stella. Omug is scared of that thing. I don't know why. I don't like it. But I killed this armor instead. You will swing twice. Oh! All right. And he will deal a total of 27 points of slashing damage to the animated armor next to Stella.
And Stella looks over. That's for trying to hit me when I tried to run.
Almost got Stella's back today.
Hey.
And he'll make a roll to try and break out of that fear with advantage. And let's see here. Wisdom. Oh, he's able to break free of the fear. He is no longer frightened.
Nice.
All right, Yome, it's your turn.
Okay. Both the armors are still up, right?
Yes. Actually, they both have the same HP. I just realized. They both took the same amount of damage.
I know I won't be able to hit Wedge if I do this, but I'm gonna move in between the two of them so that they're both in the circle.
Oh, okay. So they
So
both
they're
have
both
to.
within the aura.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
have to make wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, man, they got terrible wisdom too because they're animated armor. They have a fucking -4 to whatever I roll.
Oh man.
That is a 3 for one of them. The second one, that is a 10.
So you want me to roll the damage now or when it's their turn?
We'll roll the damage now, just to make it easy. You're just stepping into their. All right, so 10 points of damage to both of the animated armor. They both will take 10 points. Nice. They're both still up, but you can see both armors are crumbling now. They're just breastplates with part of the helmet still intact, but you can see the armor on the arms is no longer there. They're just swinging this invisible arm is swinging this floating sword at this point. All right. Anything else, Yome? And then if not, I need you to make me a saving throw to try and break your fear. You got a 26 with advantage because of Stella. Even without the advantage, you would have broke it. You're no longer feared. Nice. Any bonus actions?
No. I mean, technically I could. Well, since I didn't actually attack.
No, you
I
didn't
could
attack. You just
right?
moved. Yeah,
So I could Sacred Flame one of them.
you could.
That like a
That's
Yeah.
Chopper.
Or no, it was like
There's a
Chopper.
dog outside that's just going nuts and it makes him all pissed. I'm gonna do Sacred Flame, but I'm gonna click on Guiding Bolt to roll to see if I hit.
I thought Sacred Flame was a saving throw.
I don't think so. Oh, it must succeed a Dex saving throw, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Shadowheart's always missing with that shit.
I know, I'm probably about to be a Shadowheart.
Which one are you going for? I'll roll the.
The one that I'm closest to.
Okay, well, they also have no added bonus to their deck. So I rolled a total of a 13. I'm assuming that's a failure.
Yes.
Roll me your Sacred Flame damage. Damn! Another 10 points of radiant damage to the animated armor. You can now see the armor on the right next to Houta is barely standing. It's one piece of armor now. And the katana that's floating is slowly hanging downwards now as if it was weakened. I see you,
Where you
aiming,
going,
Roroi.
Roroi?
Where are you going, Roroi?
Just measuring. Just measuring.
Uh-huh.
So just trying to get some
50
shit set
feet
up.
for.
All right. If there's anything else Yome wants to do, then it's now
Nope,
Roroi's
that's
turn.
Roy, since he's frightened and remember what happened with that owlbear Yaksha, he doesn't want to get dropped on again. He's
Yeah.
going to run back towards the entrance where he came from, since he has that spell.
Okay.
And would Roy notice that was close to being on death's door?
You'd have
Not
to make me a check, which would be like a medicine or an investigation.
Can I choose which one, or
Yeah, you can choose which one.
I'll do investigation?
It would have to be in a medicine check, but I'm
Oh,
saying
medicine.
Well, I'm saying it would be in a medicine check, but
Oh,
because
okay.
it's not a living creature, I would allow the investigation.
Okay. 11 for investigation.
So you can't really tell if it's about to die, but you can definitely see most of the armor is broken and on the floor beneath it. It's not holding the katana as high up as the other armor at this point. So your deduction would be it is fairly weakened.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I could shoot a firebolt at the other one below Omug and not be in the way of Houta, or Hota's in the way.
I mean, you can still shoot.
Okay.
Better tell Houta to duck though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if
He
you roll,
will,
I'm gonna say if you roll a 1, you hit Houta.
Damn.
I'm taking back to 3.5. Don't roll a 1.
Yep.
Well, that's what Roy's gonna do.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you rolled a 1.
That faded ass
You
laugh.
gotta be kidding me.
Well,
Rod, you had one job.
and you
had
questioned my giving you a die.
You had one job. Rod rolled. I'm not kidding. Chat. Listeners, he legit. There is a giant red 8 on the fucking screen right now. That's 3 points of fire damage. Houta, you feel this firebolt behind you just slam up against the back of your shoulder.
Oh!
As you look behind you, you see this blurry image of one known as Black Dow, but then it turns into Roroi.
I was the big all day. I'm not one of your foes.
I'm sorry. I'm just nervous.
He's frightened.
He's frightened. That's why he fucked up.
Nervous towards the enemies.
You said wisdom saving throw?
Yes, with advantage, please. Oh, thank God for the advantage. You would have failed. You are no longer feared. All right, Roy. Anything else you want to do before it's Wedge's turn?
No.
He said, I don't want to fuck up anymore.
No, he does not.
All right. It is now the Yaksha and animated armor. Before Wedge takes a turn, we'll start with the animated armor. The animated armor, they're not intellectual by any means, so they're just going to go for whoever's closest to them. So the one that's fucking gotten wrecked next to Ashina Rui is going to attack Ashina. And it swings. Fuck, I rolled low as fuck. That is a 9. Ashina is able to avoid the katana. The one, though, is going to step forward next to, close enough to you, Stella, and swing. And, oh, damn, that's 12. I'm assuming that misses Stella.
Nope, she's still dancing.
That's going to miss.
She danced out the way, that shit.
So Wedge, at this point, he begins to move while still on the ceiling. Both legs and arms now crawling on the ceiling,
Ugh.
coming towards the party above you,
Uh-oh.
skittering.
We're all gathered up.
And he is going to go right next to Ashina and Stella, still above you guys.
He entered my circle, though, so he takes damage.
You have to make another wisdom saving throw. I roll. Oh my god, he is failing these, man. That's a 13. So I need a 16, right? Or
Damn.
15. God damn!
Jesus Christ.
I'm coming for Yome. Damn. All right, 20 fucking points to Yaksha Wedge. All right. Well, he's on the ceiling, and this radiant fucking circle is fucking him up. But as he gets closer, he looks down, and Ashina slowly looks up. She's still somewhat just shocked and stunned at this point. And when he drops down, well, actually, do I want him to drop down? No.
He's going to jump like Nomu.
He's not dropping down. He has a move. I actually remember he does have. He looks down at you. He opens that large gaping mouth, and you can see this green mist begin to come from his mouth. He is using poison breath. 30-foot cone down beneath him. So it's going to miss Omug, but it's going to hit Stella, Ashina, Yome, and Houta. I need you all to make me a DC Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh. Can I add that 1d8 to that?
Yeah, if you have inspiration, you can add that.
I don't know if it's going to be enough, but
you need I'm gonna tell you need a 16 to pass.
Damn, I got no more fortune of the many.
got nothing.
All right, Houta has a 7. Oh wait, no. Wait, Houta has a 14. Yome has the 7 plus the 2. So that's a 9. So Houta and Yome are going to fail. And Stella's a 17. She passes. So Stella, you'll take half damage. And unfortunately, Ashina is in this situation. So she has to make me a Constitution saving throw. Will she succeed? She actually passes. And will take half damage. So as the poison breath comes down at all of you, you will be taking, I'm just going to roll it. This is a lot of die for me to roll in person, so I'll just roll it on the screen. 86 poison damage. If you failed, you take full damage. If you succeeded, you take half. There's the 86. 24 points of poison damage.
Oh!
God damn.
So 12.
Yep, so Ashina will take 12 as well. And as it does that, it drops to the ground. And the closest person is Stella and Ashina. And it's going to go for right now. Ashina's still technically frightened, so he's going to go for Ashina. He is going to use his strong hand and swing at her with its long tendril-like fingers, try and hit her with it. Oh no!
What did you do?
You know what he did.
I rolled a crit.
Oh.
So he will be dealing 2d10 plus 8 points of damage to Ashina.
Not your friend.
So I'm just going to roll here 2d10 plus 8. Oh! 16 damage. Piercing damage. You can see the long finger-like tendrils as it goes to pierce her. It goes through parts of her armor, drawing blood, but because it's long tendril-like fingers, it wraps around her body. She is now considered grappled on her turn. So now she is restrained. She cannot move, and she's still technically frightened. So the fact this kind of all is she's not going berserk yet, but she's still in this state of shock. And because of that state of shock, she's getting fucked up. So with that, she's grappled. And at the start of the next turn, because she is grappled, he will be able to bite at her. But that's all he can do for now. It is now a new round. Ashina will make 2 saving throws with advantage to try and break out of the fear. Oh my god, she is still frightened. She's rolling trash on wisdom saving throws.
Everyone
Alright.
else is saved though, right? But her.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone else has saved. Houta, you are up.
Houta is going to Dark Souls roll around Yome and get near Ashina. He's going to try to sever those tendrils.
Okay.
Oh, that's close enough. Now you can't touch it. That's mine.
Oh!
Nice.
A critical.
He meant that.
He did. He did. He meant that. Remember, Houta, with you having allies that are within 5 feet of this creature, you have
that's right.
advantage, so you get sneak attack. All right, so you'll have your 13 damage, slashing damage for your crit, plus 12 sneak attack damage. That's 25 total damage. So you're attempting to sever the grapple, basically.
Yep.
And I'll say for 25 points of damage, you cut all the tendrils that are wrapped around Ashina, allowing her to drop to the ground free from being grappled. Make me a perception check.
You got it. All right, Houta. We need to see. I said we need to see. It's only 8.
I'll allow Stella to make one because she's right next to him too.
All right, let's try this.
Okay, an 18. Houta, you don't see it just yet, but Stella, you can see the severed tendril fingers. They have been cut clean off, but you can see they're beginning to bubble up and slowly grow back.
Oh, come on. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Houta, anything else?
Am I able to use my bonus action to shove Ashina back?
You can try, yeah.
I'm just gonna shove her back
Make
near
me-
Yome.
Make me, I'd say, an athletics check.
You got it.
A 16?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
flat on that, but I can't see, and I have bonuses on those.
That's all right. Let me check something here. Let me see what her... So with a 16, I will say... you know what? She's still considered frightened, so I'll say that you are able to push her back 5 feet.
All right, go on, piss off now.
She's still dazed and stunned, so she has no idea what the fuck's going on right now. Let me put a little fear icon so I remember she's still scared. Okay. All right. You push her back. He does not have an attack of opportunity because technically she's still in his attack range.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stella.
Hmm.
You still dancing over there?
No. She's seeing like, okay, for the most part, I can't keep, he's too close. I can't afford to keep fucking it up right now. I gotta get back in the fight. And so she is going to, it seems as if, I guess he seems pretty hurt. So I'm going to make an attempt to cast sleep.
All right. Casting sleep.
5d8. So I got 26 points.
You have 26 points of HP that you can affect to try and put someone to sleep. So let me make sure here. Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. Sleeper takes damage, blah, 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 blah. Undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell. So they're not considered undead. However, I think animated armor is immune to being... Let me see. I'm just making sure. They are immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned. It does not say they are immune to being put to sleep.
This is by charm. Did they say charm?
Oh, wait, is it considered charm? Is sleep a charm?
That's what the description says.
Oh, okay. So then the animated armors cannot then be affected then by sleep. Oh, you're right. Immune to being charmed aren't affected by the spell. Okay. So, which makes sense. They are animated armors. They're not actual creatures. A 26 is a really good roll, but Yaksha Wedge has more HP than 26, so it does not affect him. It would have affected both of the armors because they're under that amount of HP. But obviously they are immune to it. So
Okay. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit. So since that's not really useful to anyone, let's see if I have any bonus actions. The only bonus action I have, I think healing word might be my only bonus action, to be honest, other than using the die. So I think that's going to be the end of my turn.
okay, all right. If that
Yeah.
being the case, it is now Ashina Ruri's turn. Ashina, still considered frightened, she is going to swing her katana at the armor that is right next to her, and she just yells out. She's now slowly getting angry now because she's been grappled, pushed, frightened. She's trying to churn through her emotions after seeing the face of her dead comrade, and she's beginning to get angry now at this point. But she's still considered frightened, so because she's frightened, she's just going to swing just abrasively at the armor next to her. So let's go ahead and swing her katana. Gets 2 attacks. The first will definitely miss, but her second does strike the animated armor. She is wildly slashing for 7 slashing damage, and she cuts through the samurai armored breastplate. And as she does so, that armor drops to the ground completely unanimated. It is destroyed.
Nice.
And she will make 2 more attempts. Oh, wait. You stopped dancing, right?
I did.
So she only has 1 attempt. She does not have advantage on trying to break out of her fear. So let's see if she can still... OMG. She's fucked up.
Yeah, this is her friend. She can't take it.
She's fucked up. She rolled a 12.
Oh,
so
no.
she is still frightened and just, I don't want to say confused, but she's fucked up mentally right now. That'll be her turn. And it is now Omug. He is no longer feared. So he looks at the armor next to Stella. Don't worry, Stella. I got your back. I take care of that stupid armor. He's going to swing twice at the armor. 17 will hit. The 9 will miss, unfortunately, but he deals 9 slashing damage to the armor. And as he does so, the helmet goes flying across the room. It's not downed. If he hit with his first attack, it would have been down, but it's still up. And Omog just goes, "Damn it, by the Omnikami, die already!" And he'll stay there because he does not want to move. He'll take a step closer to Wedge because he wants to try and take any hits that potentially might go Houta and Stella's way. You come for me. Omog will fight you now. As he is talking to the Yaksha. Yome, it is now your turn.
I am going to... Do I touch Houta or Ashina?
To heal?
Yeah, Ashina.
Yeah.
Ashina's pretty beat up right now, I'll tell you that much. They both have taken some hits, but
2d8. I'm gonna cure wounds on Ashina.
All right, for 9 points of damage. All right, so she heals up for 9. That's good. She was at 16 HP.
Damn.
So, all right, she's at 25 now. Anything else, Yome?
Drink a healing potion for myself. 2d4 plus. No, only 6, but I'll heal myself up a little bit.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So Yome does a little healies. Roroi, what are you doing?
Roy's just kind of mumbled to himself a little bit. Come on, man. You got to be useful. You got to be useful. And he's going to run up next to Wedge. Oops.
Uh-oh.
And he's going to use his Thunder Gauntlets.
Okay. Go ahead and punch him. Mike Tyson his ass.
Oh, my God.
Ah!
Oh, man.
I'm going to try that again.
I was going to say...
All right, listeners, Roy rolled another
Ryan be geek.
natural 1.
Oh, can I? I forgot I still had that.
Bardic
Bardic Inspiration, yeah.
Let change that one.
What do you need to hit, though?
No, Bardic Inspiration, that would do, it would add a D8 to whatever the roll is. No matter what, even if you rolled an 8,
Yeah, it's gonna be 16.
Okay.
I mean, you could still try. You could still try. I mean,
Is that what you need to hit?
I don't know. I don't want to say.
Oh, whatever.
I'll risk it. All
right. Roll D8.
Oh
Oh,
no. I wasted it.
that's a 2. So that's a total of a 10. That will miss, unfortunately. But your 21 will hit for 5 thunder damage.
Okay.
There you go.
And he will have disadvantage on anyone other than me until my next turn.
Okay.
Should he have advantage on hitting him since he's surrounded?
Technically, yes.
Oh,
nice
thank
call.
you.
Yeah, technically, yes. Yes.
Very surrounded.
So I'll let you roll the 8 again. We'll keep that
All right.
2 though. You only get to keep that 2 on that.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at us knowing the rules.
Look at you.
Right, his ass.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
If you would have rolled a 1 again, I would have lost my mind.
I probably would have logged off. I think that's enough. Like, no.
All right, from a natural 1, a total of an 8 to a critical of a total of a 27. That's 19 points of thunder damage. Critical punch to Wedge. You better thank Felicia for
Yes, I thank you.
I mean,
thank you
Yeah,
for
Ryan
that.
was hating on me for asking questions on our last session. He was like, Felicia still doesn't know the rules. Boom. I know that fucking
Right.
Well, I'm glad you said so. I wasn't gonna say shit.
We hit or miss out here. We hit or miss.
rule.
But no, you're right. He is surrounded because of Omug. You have him surrounded. Now, only Omug and Roroi have this advantage, just so you know. Houta
Yeah.
would only have it if someone was behind Wedge. So, very nice. So, he has disadvantage on attacks on anyone except for Roroi because of his Thunder Gauntlets. And that's where we'll end this episode of Taverns and Caverns. Thanks again for listening to another exciting episode of Taverns and Caverns, everyone. If you enjoyed our shenanigans, we ask that you please leave us ratings and reviews on Apple iTunes or any other podcast platform that you use. Also, please be sure to check out the Taverns and Caverns Patreon for exclusive content that you won't want to miss. You can find me on Twitter at HaphazardDM.
Yo, I'm Bri. I play Stella. And you can follow me on Twitter at Blaze_Nancy Bride King or NBK.
I am Robert Jones, and I played Houta Liu-bei. You can find me on YouTube, Trubone, Trubone.
I'm Felicia, and I play Yome. You can find me on Insta or Twitter at daggertribal.
I'm Rodimus, playing Roroi Royce. You can find me on Twitter at Rodimus7901 or at Instagram at Rodimus83.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Those are all of our players and our cast members for Taverns and Caverns Season 2. Until next time, take care.